Praise the Lord. Today we are going to see what are the 6 tests that proves our faith. What are the 6 tests that prove our faith? Because everybody telling that we are very strong in faith, but Bible says that there are 6 tests that prove our faith. That is the basic of the book of James. Let us go to see that from book of James, chapter 1, verse 2 to 4. My brother and sister, be very happy when you are tested in different ways. You know that such testing of your faith produces endurance. Endure until your testing is over. Then you will be mature and complete and you won't need anything. So how our faith is going to be tested? It is going to be tested in 6 different ways. Your faith is tested by your response to the word of God. Your faith is tested by how you respond to social discrimination. Third one, your faith will be tested by the production of the work. Fourth one, your faith will be tested by developing the self-control. Fifth one, your faith will be tested by your reaction to the world. And the sixth one, your faith will be tested by how you will always restore to the prayer in all your circumstances. First, let us see that if somebody is failing from this test, don't leave them. Just approach them and restore them to their faith. By doing that, you bring back that person again to the Christ. That is very important. That's a very important ministry in our life. First of all, faith is tested by the response to the word of God. Well, not only we just hear the word of God and forget it. If you are doing that, then you are the person who is seeing the mirror and forgetting your image there. But instead of not forgetting it, the person will continue to study God's perfect law that makes people free, and you remain committed to them, will be blessed. People like that don't merely listen and forget. They actually do what God's law says. So when we receive, what is the response to the word of God? If you receive it and forget it, or if you listen and not forget it and do actually what it says, then your faith is tested and you are victorious in this testing of faith. Next way, your faith is tested to the response to social discrimination. Nowadays, there are so many social discrimination even inside the church. The people are discriminated by caste system. The people are discriminated by their social status. So, if a person very rich coming to the church, then we are telling that, oh, you are very nice, come and sit here. If a very poor person come, we tell, please go there, sit down, or sat in my feet, or stand there. If you behave like that, are you discriminating against people and using a corrupt standard to make judgment? If you are discriminating according to that, then you are not standing in the faith. You are failed in the testing of faith in that particular social discrimination area. Then the third one is your faith will be tested by the production of work, because faith by itself is dead if it does not cause you to do any good things. Suppose if a person is suffering, if you're not providing anything to the person physically and asking them to go and take rest and be safe, and how it is if someone claims to have faith but does not do any good thing, that means that faith is dead. So when the person is suffering, give good news and also provide some money to them to help them in the way of deeds. If you are doing that, then you are victorious in that area. Your faith will be tested by the production of work. Fourth one, your faith will be tested by the developing self-control. The one of the worst organ in our body, which you cannot control, is the tongue. If you're able to control the tongue, then actually you are a person of self-control and you are victorious in the testing of faith in the way of developing self-control. A large forest can be set on fire by a little flame. The tongue is like kind of fire. It is a world of evil among the part of our body, and it completely contaminates our body. The tongue sets our life on fire and itself set on the fire from hell. People have tamed all kinds of animals, birds, reptiles, and sea creatures, yet no one can tame the tongue. It is an uncontrollable evil filled with a deadly poison. So control your tongue, develop the self-control, and prove your faith in that area. And next one is your faith will be tested by the reaction to the world and worldliness. In the 3 ways your faith is tested in the reaction to the world and worldliness. First one is nothing but first one is nothing but stop fighting with each other. James chapter 4 verse 1 says, what causes fights and quarrel among you? Are not they caused by the selfish desire that fight to control you? Even if you pray, you want to attain your selfish desire, that prayer is not even answered. So stop fighting with each other. Stop slandering each other, brother and sister. Stop slandering each other. Those who slander and judge other believers, slander and judge God's law. So if you slander other person, that you are failure in that area of faith. If you fight with each other, again, there is a failure in the testing of faith. Don't brag about your plan for the future. Don't arrogantly tell that you don't know what will happen tomorrow. What is life? You are mist that seems for a moment and then disappear. Instead, you should say, if the Lord wants us to do, we will live and carry out our plan. However, you brag because you are arrogant. All such bragging is evil. So if you brag, if you are arrogant, if you are exalting yourself about your money, about your status, about your plan, there you are not standing in the faith. You are testing your faith and you are failed. And now last one is the faith will be tested by how it restores to the prayer in all circumstances. In all circumstances, you have to pray. James chapter 5 says, if any of you are having trouble, pray. If you are happy, sing psalms. So it is very tough. The people say, I'm in so troubleful situation. You are just asking me to pray. How it is possible? It is possible for Elijah. Elijah was human like us. Yet when he prayed that it would not rain, no rain fell on the ground for 3.5 years. And 3.5 years he was in the hiding position, depending upon the raven and the stream water to live, and depending upon him, a poor widow to provide. All this situation, he was very strong in faith. Then he prayed again. It rained and the ground produced crops. So don't think that your trouble is so much. In all your troubles, if you restore to the prayer, then your faith is tested and you are victorious in this testing. So if somebody, James also closed the book in James chapter 9, 19 to 20, with an appeal to the help restores those who have failed one or more times the test. If somebody is failed in this testing, you go and again bring back that brother or sister to the faith itself. That's very important, because somebody is all are not going to be victorious in this 6 type of test. Somebody will fall down from that time. At that time, don't leave that brother. Go and reach out that brother and sister and restore them to the faith. That's what James chapter 5, 19 to 20 says. My brother and sister, if one of you wanders from the truth, someone can bring that person back. Realize that whoever brings a sinner back from the error of his ways will save him from death, and many sins will be forgiven. So do this ministry in your life in the same way. When you are tested, when your faith is tested, respond to the word of God correctly and do accordingly. Hear the word of God and do what word of God says. Then you are victorious in that area. In the same way, don't show discrimination. Treat all people equally. There you will going to be victorious in that testing of faith. Not only have faith, show your faith by deeds and be victorious in that area also in the faith testing. Develop self-control, control your tongue, and be victorious in that self-control area in the faith also. Next is how you react to the world in the humble way and provide all the information to the God and do according to the God will, if it is possible. In that area also, when your reaction to the world also, your faith is tested and you are victorious. Fifth one, in all situations, pray immediately, restore to the prayer by way your test is, your faith is going to be victorious. And if somebody is fallen from this situation, go to that brother and bring back that brother or sister to the same faith. I'll pray for you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for revealing that how our test of faith are tested in 6 different ways. Holy Spirit, help us to be victorious in this test and do your will. In the name of Jesus, amen. God bless you.